right now on Wildlifers. Managing a 110,000-acre ranch is no small task, and you never know what you might come across.
This started as like a management, issue. Let's go take care of the deer.
It's not very often you see an 8-point that's 150 inch.
From management to trophy bucks, the Wildlifer team never has a dull moment in the great state of Texas they call home.
He's like what every person's dream is made of. He's awesome.
We hunted 10 or 12 days, both mornings and evening, and saw a lot of big deer, but not him.
Been there so many times, it kind of came repetitive. That when he finally came out, you're like, what? What? There he is, he's out? I just couldn't even believe it.
There are 3 roads that lead to the same destination. There are 3 players seeking to achieve one goal. Why do I hunt? It's who I am.
Where do I find the passion? It's in my blood.
How do I keep going? It's what I live for.
We are the Wildlifers.
The Wildlifers call South Texas home, and for a good reason. With prime hunting destinations right off the front porch, there are countless species to pursue, and something's always in season. With a passion for sharing the outdoors, it only made sense that they ended up creating Mellon Creek Outfitters.
We're 110,000 acres of free range with no high fence. Here in South Texas, we have an abundance of species, the greatest habitat for all these animals to thrive, all right here in one location.
Mellon Creek Outfitters offers 3 packages for deer, a trophy deer, a management type deer, and a cull deer hunt. They're all 3 priced accordingly. Wild hogs, all the migratory game birds, and turkeys.
The Wildlifers are committed to a healthy whitetail management program at the ranch, which has seen great success year after year. This means the crew is mainly hunting any additional deer fitting within the management guidelines, leaving them only able to look at the mature, healthy buck population from a distance, or once a client has successfully completed their hunt.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, sir.
Although, every once in a while, there are some surprises.
So we've been seeing this really nice 8-point. And when I say really nice, I mean really nice 8-point. Showing up at this feeder on a game camera.
I actually found this buck on a game camera and was so impressed with him.
We never saw him really anywhere else. He was kind of in a very thick area.
That's what's amazing on this ranch is we've never even seen that buck. That's just a buck that you would think you would see him over years, but I got a game camera picture of him, sent it to Dan and Stephanie and said, hey, this buck right here is the real deal.
I thought, well, let's put a blind up and let's see if I can't get him with my bow. It's not very often you see an 8-point that's 150 inch. He's beautiful. It's a buck of a lifetime. You gotta take that opportunity if you get it.
Her first night hunting this buck put her face to face with him after a couple of hours in the blind. But right before she could get a shot off, he ran into a tree and changed directions, leaving her to watch him work back into the wood line. This time, she's hoping for better odds.
Well, I'm back to the blind today because this started as like a management, issue. Let's go take care of the deer. I got over here the first day and I saw the management deer I'm shooting and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a management deer? I mean, he's amazing. We kind of adjusted the blind a little bit and we're gonna go try it again today.
When we talk about trophy and management, well listen, trophy buck is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, it doesn't matter how many points he has, but in the grand scheme of things, this is an older deer. He's got 8 points. We call him a management buck because he has 8 points, but anytime you shoot a buck this big that's got 8 points, he's a trophy in my eyes.
Day begins to turn into evening with no sign of the 8-point, until Stephanie hears movement in the woodline. Wildlifers is brought to you by Bill Fick Ford, that's no bull. Vault Aviation, a different kind of whitetail. Barnes Precision Machine, USA made with unmatched performance. Wise Eye Tech. and Mellon Creek Outfitters, raising standards, not fences.
You know, we get this question about what makes a buck a management buck. And the whole thing is you want to take your best genetics and go on with them. And when we're talking about to make a management buck, he's a smaller A-point with short tine length, short beam length. You don't want him to breed all the does when there's one standing beside him that's got all the good characteristics. You want to get that deer's blood involved and keep going, crossing with the better stuff. That's why we take out some of the bucks that have shorter tines. I mean, they're still awesome deer. Still make whoever gets to hunt them happy. But the bigger picture is we want to take our best genetics and keep breeding those and take the weaker ones out. That's what makes a management buck versus a trophy buck. But in my mind, any buck you take, if you squeeze the trigger, you're proud of him, that's a trophy to you.
While managing the whitetail population at the ranch, Stephanie is greeted with a chance encounter at an incredible 8-point. Her first night hunting this buck put her face to face with him, but right before she could get a shot off, he ran into a tree and changed directions. This time, she's hoping for better odds.
He's down. I got him. He's down. I got him. Yes. I made a perfect shot. I'm so excited. That is so much fun. Everybody should be able to do that. That worked out perfectly. Oh my gosh. He's down. He didn't run 40 yards. I love it. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yes. He's down. He's already dead. That is so ethical.
I think I probably destroyed my truck getting to where she was when I got the text that she got it. I was scouting for another client coming in, and I got a text come across my phone that says I got him. I was 5 or 6 miles away from her, and it probably didn't take me but 7 or 8 minutes to get there, and the roads aren't made to get there that fast.
Oh my God. Let's go get him. Let's go get him. He is like a monster.
I couldn't wait to get down there. I wanted to see her reaction more than I wanted to see the deer. I'd seen trail cameras of the deer, but I knew she was going to be super excited.
It's perfect.
He just went straight down this way.
Oh, he was dropping right here, but he was, doing that.
Mm-hmm. Did he come out right where he's been?
Oh yeah, yeah, he did it.
Giant.
Oh my gosh.
Giant.
Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, it came out his shoulder. There's his exit wound, so he was kind of quartered. Oh my goodness.
Look at the G2.
I knew it. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever shot one that big.
You never shot one with the G2s like that?
No, and brow tines, holy smokes. Way to go, dude.
That is a cool deer.
I cannot believe this is a management buck. When you told me to come over here and shoot the buck that was coming to that feeder,
yeah,
I was like, oh great, I gotta go shoot another deer. But when I saw him the first day and didn't get a shot, I was like,
actually got pictures of him about a mile over there a couple weeks ago, but I didn't realize that he was this good. It was kind of dark in the picture. But, this deer is probably, let me look. He's 5 or 6 years old. And, it doesn't matter that he's got these giant G2s and long main beams, and he should be better than that. So that's why he is a management buck. But look how cool he is symmetrically. That one tips forward. This one tips forward. This has got a snake curl. This one's got the same snake curl. This tips in. I mean, that is just a really cool, you don't see too many 8-points that are that cool, and you made a fantastic shot.
I know, it is so much fun to shoot with a bow. When you talk about symmetrical, what I was just looking at from this angle? It's a perfect heart.
This segment is brought to you by Barnes Precision Machine, USA made with unmatched performance.
We've been on this wildlife management program for about 5 years now. So we haven't killed any trophy bucks off the ranch. We've let the older bucks, the bigger bucks breed, and we've only been killing a certain size and lower to try and keep the better deer producing.
Dan and Dustin had been talking about starting to take some of the older bucks out of the herd. And this year, Dan decided to surprise Stephanie with an opportunity to actually hunt one of the older trophy bucks he recently spotted on the ranch.
I know you've seen him. You're gonna take care of him somewhere. He's a good one. I just saw him a minute ago. He's not going to that feeder anymore. But I think we could put some corn out in the road, put a pop-up, and I think we can get him that way. But with all the rain, there's no way we can pull it off with a bow. You're okay with the rifle?
You're gonna let me shoot him?
Yeah, of course.
I haven't shot a white-tailed deer like that.
You've never shot a white-tailed deer like that. So you want to go down there and put the blind up?
Yeah, maybe we can do it tomorrow.
Yeah. I first found him on a trail camera about 4 years ago over in an area we call the Mustang. He was really, really big then, but we all felt like this deer's too young. We think this deer's just 4 years old. Let's let him go. And then, you know, every year he would just add length and he would add a point here and there. In fact, 2 years ago, he had more points than he did this year. You know, we watched him grow and grow and grow, and then finally we got pictures of him in velvet this year. We said, man, he has got to be at least 7 or 8 now. We're gonna have to do it this year. That's kind of how we decided to let Steph go down there and try to get him.
So we decided to set a blind up and do our best to do the waiting game and see if he comes out during the daylight where we can get a shot at him.
First, I thought that I could catch him crossing a road, because there's a road that runs through that area, and it's really built up high, and it stayed without water standing on it. And I thought for sure these animals are going to be traveling that road. They're going to get tired. You know, that one little sandy area, they're going to be going up and down this road. And although we had, you know, trail camera pictures of this buck, we never saw him on the road where I had put the pop-up. So we moved a second pop-up a little further east where I could watch that sandy area as well as the road and see if we couldn't catch him coming out somewhere like that.
It's what? We've been in the blind maybe 4 times, waiting for this deer to come by, and it's not happened yet. We're hoping that he comes out. We're in here early. Keep your fingers crossed. So that's 8 bucks. He's tiny. So we moved our blind today, thinking we could see further up around the hill. There's 8 bucks in front of our old blind right now. And one of them, or actually 2 of them, I think, are running a hot doe. That's hunting. Most epic nights in a stand I've ever had. Right now, down in front of our old blind, there's literally 6 gigantic bucks eating. We have seen some amazing bucks tonight, but not the one we're looking for. What a night in the stand.
I knew that if we put in the time, we'd find the deer. If he was alive, we'd see him. I think I might have been getting a little bit anxious as well, because I think everybody, when they leave the house to go hunt a deer, especially a deer like that, you kind of have a preconceived or predetermined idea of how this is going to unfold. And although that rarely happens, you still have that in your mind. And each time you went out there and you watched it get too warm or the sun fade to get dark and you didn't see him, it would wear on you a little bit. It would worry, you know. I think for me, it was more, it's something happened? Did another buck kill this deer? Did he just die of natural causes? You know, I feel like I would have seen it. We didn't get trail camera pictures from nothing for 12 days.
It's day number 395 here in the blind. We've seen every buck on the ranch except the one that I'm looking for. It's a really good spot though because there's so many bucks coming here. Just not the one I want. But if you don't keep hunting, you'll never get them, so I'm gonna keep trying.
I really can't tell you how many times Dan and I went and got in this blind. Morning, evening, we did it for weeks. It was raining, the road was like completely torn up. It was just a joke trying to get on the road just to get to the blind so we could hunt this deer. We went so many times, I got so sick of going down that road because it was just horrible to get down.
We'd hunted 10 or 12 days, you know, all together, both morning and evening, waiting for that buck before we ever laid eyes on him.
For more information or to book a hunt with Mellon Creek Outfitters, make sure to give them a call or visit them on the web. After hunting a combined 12 days for one buck, Stephanie finally spots him at the other end of the high sandy road they're hunting.
Dan, there's a really big buck. We're gonna have to go closer. I can't shoot him from here. Danny's too far.
So the excitement level, we actually have the deer out and he's in daylight and we can actually get this done. We have to get out of the blind.
It's not him, but that's where he went. I bet he's going over there to get some water.
Hunting with Stephanie, guiding Stephanie, and filming Stephanie all at the same time. Let's be honest. If I have a chance to film anything, I'm gonna enjoy it. Obviously, I enjoy guiding hunts. I've done that my whole life, but guiding your wife and filming your wife, I think that's a bit more challenging than probably it ought to be.
Whenever you put a husband and wife together hunting, well, you know, it's always, maybe it's just me, I don't know, because I've been known to guide the guide a couple times, but
we had a few disagreements along the way.
It was just kind of funny. I'm going, let's go this way. He said, no, let's go this way.
Let's go right across here. We'll be in the shade. The sun will be in his face. He can't see us, and we'll, you know, hope he comes back out.
She maybe has a little more patience than me. And, you know, I'm looking at a 175-inch buck, and I don't want that buck to get away. And I'm more of a now person rather than later, and she's okay to wait a minute. And then I'm not, and then by the time she's ready, I'm worried about the focus on my camera.
He's trying to film, and I'm like, we gotta get over here, we gotta get down, be still. It's just, it was so funny.
As Dan and Stephanie are sorting out options on the best way to stalk this buck, he finally starts to make his way out of the thick brush.
Did we get him? Did I get him? Oh my God. Oh, that's true. I have buck fever. Did he go down?
I was looking through the monitor on the camera, and when I saw the impact, you know, I knew this shot is done. It's fatal. It's over.
Can't see. These stupid glasses. Oh my God. I am so shaky, honey. Oh my gosh.
To watch her shaking and to realize how excited she was pretty cool, but I knew that that was gonna really build more once we walked up to it, because at that point, Stephanie didn't know what she'd shot yet.
Oh my gosh. Look at him. He just dropped too. Oh my gosh, look at that front. Holy smokes. Whew. Oh, he has a little kicker. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God, I've never killed anything with a kicker. It's my first time. Holy smokes, look at him. Is he that, well, you know he's 3 or 4 because we've been watching him for 3 years.
6, 7.
That is amazing. My biggest deer ever. Nailed it. I can't believe I shot him. This never happens to me. They don't let me shoot anything. I think the whole management program here at Mellon Creek Outfitters is really working.
It's working.
I mean, in the last couple of years, I have seen deer. I mean, just last night in the blind, we saw 20 bucks. And out of those 20 bucks, I bet you 17 of them were nice.
It's nice to know that we've watched this buck grow up for about 4 or 5 years, because for 4 or 5 years, he's been having babies, and those babies are everywhere. I can't wait to see him on the ranch, and to know that we have that caliber of deer here, it's pretty special. I hope everybody comes out and hunts at Mellon Creek.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Vault Aviation, a different kind of whitetail.